I'm Clare Davis from Mental Health Chats, and I am really, really excited because I've got a lovely fellow here with me today called Alex Ross Scott. I had to look at his name because it is three first names, but actually it's his first, second, and third name. So hello, Alex. How are you?
I'm very well, Claire, and how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And you're talking about something that's really, really important today. And I'm going to read out the title because it's so important. It's How to Foster Collaboration and Retain Your Top Talent.
Indeed.
So there's a reason why I've asked you, and we're going to work that out in a minute. But first of all, whereabouts are you based, Alex?
So currently based on the sunny coast of Brighton and Hove, and the company I work for, Adaptive Business Group, we're based or headquartered out of Tunbridge Wells in the south east. But I prefer to stay by the sea, obviously, with the lovely remote working that we have available to us. So that's where we are.
And I think I love Brighton. I love that area. It's one of my favourite spots in the UK. So it is. So there is a reason. Retaining your top talent is key, and really through collaboration. So tell us exactly what you do so that everybody really understands the reason why I've asked you.
Yeah, so for the past 12 years, I've been working with Adaptive Business Group since we were a 10-person company, and we've grown that significantly over that time. I'm the EMEA director for Adaptive Globalization, which is a specialist niche recruitment function focusing on language service professionals globally and technology professionals. Obviously, with the boom of AI, this is a big, big piece. So, services, technology, AI, it's all coming together, which hence leads us onto this topic of retaining talent, especially where we are at the moment. But what I do on a day-to-day basis, I do run the business function. I also lead a team of recruiters. I'm a player coach as well, so I'm very active in the market and recruit myself as well. So I consult a lot of businesses on retaining talent, the best strategies, looking at where sort of attrition rates are high, coming up with good solutions, working with top execs in the space, and placing the correct people, which I like to do on a regular basis. That would be me.
That is absolutely amazing. And I love the fact that you are so consultative in the recruitment sector, because there are so many recruiters who are just, putting people out there, filling those seats. And we want to be consultative because there is such a shortage of certain skills in the UK at the moment. So
not just UK. This is a global issue. This is a global issue. This is why companies are looking at multiple different solutions to try and bridge this skill gap. But we'll focus on the UK for now. But yeah, for everybody, this is a global issue. So we need to get on top of this quick.
We do. So thinking about the shortage of skills, let's talk about teamwork and collaboration. And what do organizations need to do to leverage their teamwork collaboration so that they don't lose their staff?
I personally believe that we really need to get into the age of investing in training because we need to upskill. And I think that when we look at the cost analysis, when you lose people, it costs a hell of a lot of money to retain them. What we do brilliantly, I'm not just trying to plug my business a lot, so we look at training on a regular basis. We look at how we're going to better our teams, how we're going to better them as professionals, and collectively as people. That none of us have a finished article at the end of the day, and we all need to understand that. So I think we need to really focus on a collective upskilling process. If you work in sales or operations or engineering, you need to foster that teamwork collectively together to be able to enhance. So this is why bringing in external training, or even looking at someone within your business that is a natural trainer, a top performer that may want a little bit of a change, really enforce that energy back into the business and really get people invested to actually learn more, enhance their skill set. But I also think there's one big thing here: feedback. And feedback is an incredibly difficult conversation to have in modern day. I think a lot of people struggle with it. A lot of people struggle with receiving it. And I think we need to understand as professionals, for us to get better in any profession, we need to receive feedback, give feedback, manage upwards, manage downwards effectively, so everybody knows where they are. Because when you're blind in where you are, it's very difficult for you to move left, right, or centre, or backwards. And most of the time you will move backwards if you're not actually getting that. So I think they are the big key things that I would say to really push that on. So investment in training, looking at internally, seeing who the real movers are within your business that then can enforce that sort of level of determination and drive onto that next generation of people coming through the business.
That's such a brilliant answer, because for me, it's not the quick fixes. And what
Mm,
I've often seen with organizations is that they want those quick fixes. Just give them a
yeah,
course, do this. We want to transform them. So it's
yeah.
the long-term relationships, the long-term communication, the long-term training and coaching, so that you see those transformations.
It, exactly. I think if we look at sales floors, for example, revenue, new business is one of the hardest things to come by now. I mean, in all industries. If you bring a sales leader in, as you said, there's no quick results here. They need to, showcase their methods. They need to showcase what they want to do. They need to gel the team together. They need to showcase what the strategies are, create the buy-in. That's all before anybody's got on the floor selling. And I'm using the sales floor as an example. It could be in any discipline. So you've got to give the time and understand that the investment is a long term. It's not a short, quick fix. And if you keep working on short, quick fixes, your attrition rate's going to keep going.
Yeah.
So it's having that mindset, medium to long goal. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to set, and put that trust within that leader to do that.
Yeah, definitely. And it
Mm.
is the long-term goal and the strategies. So we want to look at what strategies, are there any other strategies that organizations can use to actually foster this collaboration so
Yeah.
that they retain their staff?
I think transparency and trust
Yeah,
within the team.
yeah,
One of the things that I had a conversation recently with a client. He said, "How am I going to get everybody bought into this?" And I said, "Well, does everybody know what the end goal is?" He said, "Well, I hope so." I said, "Well, we need them to know so.
yeah,
So, do they understand how profitable they are?"
yeah,
I think this is one thing I think as I've sort of gained a lot more experience in leadership and working as part of the board and reporting upwards. We need to know how profitable we are. But actually, I do think if we understand or teach people what their contributions are to the business and how it affects the business in that open, honest way, you're going to
yeah,
get more buy-in because they're going to truly understand what they need to do.
yes,
And I think that's a key thing. I'm going to sound like a write-up recruiter now, but you definitely need the excellent packages and benefits. You need
yeah,
everything to be competitive. You're losing people based on your offering, and you're losing good people.
yeah,
Down to you as a business. It's no one else at fault for that.
yeah,
You need to be competitive. So having open dialogue with
yeah,
your recruiters in your field, because they are the ones that know more than anything else when it comes to the right packages. And understanding those key things are key, but also what do your people want,
yeah, yeah,
right? I know as leaders we can go, and we're all guilty of this sometimes, go, right, I need your KPIs to be up, we need more revenue here, or we've got a bit of a low customer
yeah,
satisfaction rating here.
yeah,
What are we going to do to improve this? There's no
yeah,
point barking orders without a form of
yeah,
dialogue where you truly understand
yeah,
what is it that person's trying to achieve within your team. Because if I can get you to a point that you're going to achieve your personal goals,
yeah,
with a greater chance of achieving the business goals, because we're going to be collaborative in the nature of what we want to do. It's a personal view. I've done it with my team as well. I know
yeah,
that a lot of other clients that do foster this, they've also gained those strategies, implemented them, and they've seen a lower attrition rate, and they've seen greater amount of people being promoted. That's the word.
yes, yeah, yeah,
Within the organisation, they grow, they become new
yeah,
contacts, their careers are enhanced. So I think bringing people together, transparency and trust is the most important thing. Getting a true understanding of what your people are looking to achieve from a personal and professional basis. Foster that energy together, bring that all together,
yeah.
then buy-in is a lot easier. And I really do believe that.
Yeah, you've just reminded me of a client that I've worked with recently, actually. And
Mm.
what I really worked on with them was for
Mm.
them to communicate better with the top talent
Yeah.
and find out what really motivated them
Yes.
to retain them. And not just the top talent, all your talent. It's on average, apparently, it's 2.5 times someone's salary to replace them.
Yeah.
But I actually think it's more than that now. That's
Mm.
what the REC's latest stats were, but I think it's a lot more than that now.
Yeah.
So thinking about, my client, you've got to go back to the root cause, and you've got to think about what really is making them want to even think about leaving? What are those little things? So can I, thinking about this really competitive job market and the clients that you deal with, what strategies would you suggest to one of your clients on making sure that they're retaining their top talent in this competitive job market?
That's a really good question. Strong leadership.
Yeah,
You need strong leadership. And if you don't feel like you have the right leadership in place I'm not a business owner, so I sound like I'm about to speak on behalf. You need to make big decisions when it
yeah,
comes to leadership. We spoke about the long-term goal.
yeah,
Having a poor leader in your business will affect your business at a quicker rate than you can fix anything.
yeah,
So, looking at your leadership, who needs training?
yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm now going to do another plug about Adaptive Business Group, but our slogan is "We invest in our people."
yeah,
We've done it for years. I wouldn't be where I am today without the investment of what the business has put
yeah,
into. I truly mean that. I've learned so much in my time here that I can't tell you. But what we foster is an incredibly strong leadership team that is transparently and honest with our team members. Everybody knows where they stand. To retain a staff, you need people to look at their leaders and think, how do I get there?
yeah,
What is it you do that I don't? How can you help me go from here to here?
yeah,
The leader should be able to put their arms around the team and go, right, we either need to buck up our ideas and actually get there together and bring
yeah,
the ideas and foster it within the team. Competitive offerings. The amount of calls we receive as a team from candidates going, oh, you know what, I know I'm underpaid. You know,
yeah,
and you go, okay, let's talk about that.
yeah,
What is it? Why are you underpaid? Why do you think you're underpaid?
yeah. That's a good reason. Yeah,
Yeah,
good question.
more times than not, the response is, oh, because a friend of mine that works for a competitor says that they're earning this. And I'm like, okay, but our friends say a lot of wonderful things. It doesn't mean they're actually factually
Are
true.
they actually earning that? Yeah, I say that often too.
By the way, we create our salary reports for our industries. I mean, that's how consultative we want to be with our touch points, which is
Yeah,
that you want to know what you should be paying. This is what you should be paying. This is through years of understanding of what's going on in the market. To lean on those experiences, if you've got access to that, lean on it. Because if you've got the right offering and you've got the right career path laid out for that person, why would they leave you?
yeah. And also if you've got the right culture as well. If that
Massively.
person
Yeah.
loves going into work and feels valued. I hear
Yeah.
of so many people who say, I wasn't appreciated. People didn't even
Yeah.
know I was there. I felt invisible. So
Yeah.
it's those little things as well.
And
Definitely.
I think that, you know, some people are going to have their own backgrounds of where they've come from in hardcore sales floors or very hard
Yeah.
delivery project management functions, or, you know, very different walks of life and different sort of cultures in business internationally when you look at sort of the way that their day-to-day works. But it all falls back down to creating that positive culture.
Yeah.
If you've
Definitely.
got that positive culture and everyone's bought in with their strong leadership and everybody knows they're on the highly competitive offerings and they've got the transparency and honesty, and your career's laid out, and you know what you need to achieve to get to the next goal, and the goal after that, and the goal after that. I wonder how many people will stop trying to listen to people like recruiters to go, oh, do you fancy a new job? You know, it will make
Yeah.
the game tougher. It really, really would.
Yeah.
But if companies actually adopt this now, in this talent shortage, invest in the people, really hone in on that. We're going to start cracking the back of it. And I think as I said, this is a long-term issue that we need to solve, but we need to stop leaving our heads in the sand. We
Yeah.
really do. Yes, it might cost more money. Yes, shareholders might not be happy in the immediate return. We know that.
Yeah.
But look at what that's going to give you in the long run. And take the blinkers off a bit. I think that this is where we are now, and we just need to do this as well. And you know, it's you know, investing in people like yourself there as well to come in. This is where we started our conversation. Was at the recruitment agency,
Yeah.
and we started talking, basically standing in the middle aisle and just having a really good, solid conversation about this. And it's funny how many different people in the recruitment or the HR world that you speak to, it's exactly the same issue and the same conversations that have been happening. So it's about time that we rip off that band-aid and get on with it. So this is, I really want to get people to start doing this now.
Definitely. And, you know, both of us, we've had this conversation. I like working with organizations who want to make their culture better and who
Yeah.
want to retain their staff so that they grow. You
Yes.
prefer working with organizations who are growing, not
Mm.
organizations who are just people are leaving left, right, and center, because it's
Yeah.
harder to recruit for them.
Yeah.
And for me, I want to help them make their culture better. It's all about coaching them to transform their culture. Definitely.
Absolutely. Do you know what you said something earlier? While we're on a conversation prior to this about the exit interview, why we wait to the end where someone leaves,
Yeah.
find out what's going on, and then
Yeah.
listen to a bit of fluff that you get told then, and probably 1 in 5 is honest.
Yeah.
Need to be able to give that culture where people can give feedback.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's what I do with my clients with the staff
Okay.
retention audits,
Yeah.
because people are often more honest with an external consultant than with somebody internally, and they're all confidential. So it's
Yeah.
making sure people are being honest before they even think about looking for another job, for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. No. Well,
You have been such a font of information. You're amazing. So thank you for all your brilliant insights. I'm sure a lot of your contacts, my contacts, will find this so valuable for themselves.
indeed.
So
Indeed.
I think Alex Ross Scott, we've got to get your name right, because I know a lot of people call you Ross or Scott, but your name is
Yeah.
actually Alex.
It is.
Where can people find you who would like to reach out?
So LinkedIn is the first and foremost place. Alex Ross Scott, Alex Ross hyphen Scott. May I add, you'll see this chirpy face on my LinkedIn profile. That will be a great place. But if you want to get in contact, adaptivebusinessgroup.com, or the division that I work within, adaptiveglobalization.com. You'll find all of our contact details there. So get in contact with further questions, and look forward to working with you moving forward.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much, Alex.
Pleasure.
Such great insights, and take care.
Claire, thank you so much. Take care.